Welcome to Brett Ridgway's Learning for Life video lessons, and in this lesson we're going to be talking about playing backup, something that's been requested quite a bit, and we are in a good place to start this. We've got a couple songs down besides the Christmas carols. We've got Cripple Creek and Bill Cheatham down, and we're going to focus on playing the melody and backup for Cripple Creek, which is fairly easy. Before we start, I want to thank my patrons for making these lessons possible. I couldn't do it without them. It's the patrons who actually help me to pay my bills. This is a full-time job and hours of work, and it literally is full-time. I could either go get a job or I could do these lessons, and I have chosen to make these lessons, but I don't get paid for them. Like everything that's free in life, somebody pays to make it free, and that would be me in these lessons, but it is the patrons who give back with a heart of gratefulness and generosity that helps me to pay the bills, that helps pay for this program, and who makes it so that everyone can have these lessons available with no subscription, with no fee, without paying. It is because of their heart and their giving. So thank you, patrons, for making that happen, and anyone who might consider becoming a patron. The patrons do get lessons that are not available to everyone else, and there are some other perks just depending on what level that you support at. But there's a link in the back that you can, or under the description, that you can learn more about Patreon. So if you're taking these lessons, I do hope they're a help and a blessing to you. And one way that you can help me is if you look at the bottom right hand of your screen, you'll see a little thumbs up, a little like sign on YouTube. Please click that. That is not an ego thing. That's not a thing to make me feel good. What that does is that helps me in my ratings with YouTube, so that when somebody does a search, my name, if there are likes like that, go higher in the ratings. So it helps in a lot of ways concerning YouTube. So please reach down and click that button, and that's another way that you can help with this program. And if you look at the top right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see a little bell-shaped icon. That's a notification bell. If you click that, you will also get notification to when new lessons come out. Sometimes I post things in the middle of the week, but it will help you get those lessons as well. So let's get started on the tune. Again, we're not reteaching how to make these chords. You should know how to make a D position chord, an F position chord, and an A chord. And if you don't, just go back to lesson 6. When you're playing Cripple Creek, what you're going to do is you're going to come down on the 7th. Now, I don't have markers here. I have them on the side, but this is 5, this is 7. You probably have markers there, and you probably have markers on 10 and on 12. And what you're going to do is make that D chord position starting on the 7th fret. So your pointer is on the 3rd string at 7, your middle finger is on the 2nd string at 8, your pinky is on the 1st string at 9, and your middle finger, or your ring finger, is on the 4th string at 9. Now, if I had to tell you that, you're probably not ready for this lesson. But that is a D position, it's a G chord. And how the song will go is like this. And what I'm doing is I'm hitting the 4th string, pinching up with my pointer and middle. Then you're going to slide up to C by making an F chord position, starting on 7. I'm sorry, starting on 8. And then back to D, or G. It's a D position. So again, G, G, C, G. If we're talking positions, and I don't want to confuse you, it's a D position, an F position, back to a D position. But you're playing G, G, C, G. And then it's going to go G, G, bar at 7, D, and then back to your G. So here's your verse. And then back. Now, that's the verse. Your chorus is going to go like this. D, back to G. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. It's going to go very, very slowly. The reason it's going to go so slowly is not for the melody. It's actually really slow for the melody. But if you're just learning how to switch these chords down here, this will be a good speed. Might even be a challenge, but it's a good speed for you to learn to play the backup. So what I'm going to do is play the melody through twice, or once, and then back up through twice. It'll play a total of 3 times, and there will be an 8-note count in that will help you to count yourself in so that you don't panic. And you know, that's what people do, is they panic when this happens. So you want to just take a deep breath, count yourself in, and don't stop. If you make a mistake, do not stop. Just keep going. The backup. So G, G, C, G, 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 B, G. G is the chorus. All G. D, G. There we go again. G, C, G, D, G. Sorry about that. G. See, I made a mistake, but you keep going. So I made a mistake. I kept going. I could have taken that out. I could have edited it so that you could see what a fantastic player I am. But I made a mistake, just like everybody makes mistakes, just like you're going to make mistakes. But you want to keep that right hand going and just play your way through it. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to correct it. So we are going to do this one more time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start you off, then I'm going to drop out. I'll keep making the positions, but I'm not going to play. So you can keep an eye on my right hand. So probably what I'll do is I'll call out the chords, then I'll stop calling out the chords, but keep playing the positions, and then the last time you are sort of on your own. So let's get started again one more time. Here we go. We're starting. We're going to have an 8-beat count in. Here we go. I'll just play the backup. G, G, C, G, 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 D, G, G, C, G, 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 So how did you do? And by the way, if you say I didn't do too well, that's absolutely perfectly fine, because that means that you have given yourself another opportunity to make it right. We look at failure as a bad thing. Failure is not a bad thing. Failure is a good thing. Failure, if you're not willing to fail, you're not willing to learn. And in fact, if you're not willing to fail a lot, you're not willing to learn and get better. So you have to accept that you're going to fail, that you're going to mess up. Don't let that discourage you. It's an opportunity to do it again. And you have this track now that you could sit every day if you want, and you could practice along with this track over and over and over. If you're completely lost, please go back to lesson 6. That will clarify a whole lot of things that you're doing. But you want to just get comfortable with this, have fun with it, don't stress out about it. And what we're going to do is in a few weeks, we will have probably a slow or intermediate jam, or an intermediate, and then we'll have an intermediate fast, and then we'll have a fast jam with this tune. So this will be spaced over about 4 months period, and give you plenty of time to correct those failures and correct those mistakes. So I do hope you enjoyed that. We will see you very soon on your next lesson. Thank you again, patrons, for making this possible. And thank you to those who are sharing and helping in that way as well. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.